What's up everybody, my name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today's Thursday, October 23rd. Now in today's dog video, I want to share with you possible white swan events that are going to be happening for dog Bitcoin in the near to short term. Now these events are macro events, meaning they're actually happening and affecting crypto as a whole. And when it affects that as a whole, dog Bitcoin is absolutely a part of that story and narrative. So if the market is going to pump because of these white swan events, which we're going to address, then dog obviously is going to do very well. But also I want to share with you how dog is performing in the charting analysis. How oversold are we in terms of charting? And also, is Gemini hinting that maybe someday they're going to be listing dog for spot trading? I just want to continue to talk about Gemini because they continue to engage with the community on a day-to-day basis. This is what we want. So let's go ahead and smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X. And please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. Never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email. So please be careful and invest safely. Guys and girls, let's get right into it. So dog right now is up 5% over the past 24 hours. Now let's look at Bitcoin's price. It's up 3.33%. Remember yesterday, just yesterday, Bitcoin was at 107,000 US dollars. That was pretty low. Now we're back up. And so let's look at where Bitcoin dominance is. Now, if you look on the left-hand side, look at Q4 of 2025. We're in negative 5.35%. Now, this is actually quite strange because typically we see a very bullish Q4 of any year for that matter. Now, when we go down, you can see that October has mainly been a very much a great performing month. And it's just so strange that for October or for a bullish Q4 that we're down negative 5%. I think eventually, hopefully by the end of this month, this should flip green. I just don't know how much. Could it be as low as 5%? Could it be as high as 60%? We don't exactly know. But this is just going to show me that maybe we are either a month early or a month late based on where we're seeing the bullish rally starting to begin. Now, I want to start talking about what is going on behind the scenes. Now, you're pretty familiar with the specific wallet. It's a hyper unit whale. This leverage trader timed it perfectly where he was shorting Bitcoin and shorting Ethereum before Trump made an announcement about the 100% tariffs with China, which, by the way, was short-lived. And that person made a lot of money. And surprisingly, yesterday, we saw that this $10 billion whale who made a $200 million short on that Chinese tariff, well, yesterday they made that 227 million short on Bitcoin, but closed their position as of this morning. And they only made a profit of around $6 million, but they basically closed their positions, and who knows, maybe they were just trying to fake us all out to thinking that we're going down. And here's something that's really strange. Check this out. So apparently there's a whale with a 100% win rate that has opened an 87 million Bitcoin long position. He must know something. Now, a long position is predicting that Bitcoin's price is going to go up. And could it be due to this type of news? So these are a couple white swan events that are happening right now. So apparently the Binance founder CZ was pardoned by President Trump. And what CZ said, he said, we'll do everything we can to make America the capital of crypto. Now keep in mind, Binance, the exchange that has no headquarters, I still don't trust them. And the fact that Trump pardoned CZ, yes, it may be very bullish for crypto, but at the same time, Binance not having any regulation or regulatory oversight still makes me very cautious around Binance, okay? And you know, CZ is no longer with Binance, but still he's pushing the Binance narrative. So regardless, just take this with a grain of salt and just be very careful. But also this morning, Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong says that both parties are working to hard pass a Bitcoin and crypto market structure bill by next month, regardless of the government shutdown that's happening right now. And he says that we're 90% there. That's probably another golden swan event, or aka white swan event, that we're seeing today. And another thing I want to share with you is what we're seeing in terms of trading. Now, this is a video that was just uploaded yesterday from Colin Talks Crypto. Now, he's noticed something, that with the global M2 money supply, you saw that gold was pumping, and you noticed that gold actually took a dump recently. Well, he's actually comparing gold to Bitcoin's price. Now, gold has an 80-day offset compared to Bitcoin's price. They seem to be following the same trend, but maybe what we're seeing is that Bitcoin's just lagging behind and soon going to follow the same trajectory as gold. And if that happens, that means Bitcoin is going to head up to 150 to even 200,000, possibly by the end of Q4 of 2025. Now, when you're looking at the meme coin sector, you can see that it's all in green. You can see that Pudgy Penguins is close to around 0.62%. SPX 6900 4.4%. You have Dog with Hat up 5%, and also Floki up 4%. If we scroll down just a little bit further, you can see that Dog Bitcoin is up 4%. Okay, so that's just happening right now, still within the top 200 ranking. Now, another thing I want to share with you is this Cointelegraph article that was just published yesterday. And it said, if Bitcoin isn't crypto, what makes it different? And surprisingly enough, it said that Ordinals and runes prove Bitcoin can evolve at the edges without changing its core monetary rules or minimalist layer 1 design. So even Cointelegraph recognizes that Ordinals and runes actually provides more interest within the Bitcoin ecosystem than just completely Bitcoin maxis. That maybe Solana, Ethereum, and all these cross-chain people and developers and traders may flock to something that's just as fun, which is the mother of all chains. The fact that you can buy NFTs on Bitcoin called Ordinals, you can buy meme coins on Bitcoin called runes. That to me is very exciting. So if you have Dog right now, or if you're just sitting on the sidelines accumulating Dog, this is the best time to just either hodl, accumulate as much as you can before these next White Swan events start kicking in and we start going into high gear. And you'll start to see that in the price of volatility within Dog. Now, yesterday, we just saw that Giovanni, who works for the Gemini credit card team, saw that the Dog army showed up to Gemini's live stream for St. Jude Hospital. A lot of you donated when we were doing our live stream yesterday, and I want to say thank you so much for doing that. It supports a great cause. And because of that, Giovanni bought Dog, believe it or not, based on what I'm seeing in the screenshot, I think he bought it on Kraken. But now he actually honored his word. He joined the Dog army, bought over $1,000 worth of Dog with his portfolio. So now he's part of the Dog army. Even during the live chat, he was responding to somebody from LinoTech123. He said, shout out Dog, best crypto community. This is amazing to see Austin Oaks from Gemini, also Giovanni from Gemini, speaking very highly about Dog. And also we have Olivia. Now Olivia works in the head of marketing department. And if you scroll further down below, you can see that she actually retweeted Giovanni's post. So this is amazing to see the entire Gemini team continue to love the engagement. And sooner or later, they're going to list Dog for spot trading because they see that amount of support. Even this person, Jeremy, a different person, by the way, there's a lot of Jeremys that work under Gemini, believe it or not. I think there's like 3 Jeremys. He says, and the Dog merch is really cool. I'm in. So basically what you're saying is Dog is giving the Dog effect to everybody in Gemini and everybody in their office. You don't see this with Coinbase, Binance, HTX, KuCoin. This is only something that I can safely say is something similar to Kraken right before they started listing Dog on spot for Kraken. And now you're starting to see it unfold in front of your own eyes that Gemini is getting ready. They are just doing as much as they can to stay engaged with the community as they, I think, behind the scenes could set up the infrastructure for runes for Gemini's spot trading mobile app. Because remember, Kraken took a while to do it, and they even admitted, the CEO and also other team members admitted, it took a while, maybe like a month or two, for them to actually implement the runes infrastructure. Because remember, Dog does not pay for market makers, it does not pay for listing fees. So that means that these exchanges have to provide liquidity and also buy Dog in order to have people buy Dog on their exchange. Okay, let's close it off. I want to talk about where Dog's price is right now. So as you can see, the market is in green on the right. And we're still in a descending triangle, but also this is a falling wedge. So eventually, who knows, maybe these 25 basis points are going to happen in October and in December. Could be very positive for Dog Bitcoin. Strange enough, with this 25% basis point rate cut, we saw a downtrend for not just Dog, but the whole crypto market. But look at this. I think that we're oversold. We are 130 days in within a bearish trend in terms of the MACD. Now, this is the longest compared to the previous bear market that we saw, which was 118 days. And then the very first bear market that we ever saw was around 91 days. So this to me right now is the longest bear market, aka consolidation to the downside, I've ever seen in the Dog price. But because we've been massively oversold, we've been in the seller's market for 130 days, it's about time that Dog goes above $1 billion at some certain point or another. So this is why I just want to share this with you and why these White Swan events are very important for Dog. And Q4 is not over, ladies and gentlemen, and October is not over. We still have very much a lot of the month to go. I remain bullish around Gemini supporting Dog. I just feel so good at what's going to happen in Q4 for not just Dog Bitcoin, but mainly Bitcoin. And as I said before, we need to see Bitcoin's price reach new all-time highs first. And, you know, altcoins and meme coins are going to lag behind, but they still will pump. Because, like, say for instance, if Bitcoin pumps to around 150 to 200,000, it does not mean Bitcoin will not pump. It will actually pump very much harder. In order for you to see 1,000% gain to hundreds of thousands percent and even possibly 1,000,000%, yes, this has actually happened before with other dog-themed meme coins in the past where they reached into the millions of percent. In order to see that, you need to see Bitcoin reach new all-time highs, and then Ethereum, and then altcoins. But it does not mean that Bitcoin will not pump when Bitcoin makes new all-time highs. Just in order for us to see magnificent, euphoric, 100,000% gains, we need to see that Bitcoin pump. So I'm very excited for this Q4. We still have the rest of the week to go. I'll make another video tomorrow. But as always, be sure to smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X to receive all of our alpha calls and updates regarding Dog and Moon. Till then, see you guys girls next time.